So, who remembers the smart ass who told you what a clever dick he was to put the topper up on the trailer out the way because he wasn't going to use it again for a while? Yep, I remember him too, because you're looking at him. Only thing is, I'd forgotten that I got a job for runner shorts down the road. It's only about 5 acres, but they got a rough area, they need topped off. So now I've got to get it off there again, grease it up, put it on there and go to work. Just not clever. Back in your girl again. I'm still having issues with this tractor business, and I will come clean about something. It is more than likely that I'm not going to change this tractor. That's not to say I'm not going to buy another tractor, because the intention is I may still buy another tractor as well. I'm keeping all my options open. The reason why I may change tack a little bit is I've had a tip that something I've wanted for years might be coming up for sale in the next 12 months. And this particular thing, if I can acquire it, would make a big difference to me and to the farm. So I'm not going to go into details because I don't want somebody else finding out what this thing is and buying it from under my nose. So suffice it to say, this thing, if it comes up and I can get it, is way more important than a tractor. Okay, that's pretty much as I'm going to say about it, because I don't want to let the cat out of the bag. It's not a done deal. It's not a definite thing. It is just one of those things. It's a possibility. It's something I've wanted for over 20 years. Yeah, I'm more than willing to put buying a tractor on the back burner for a bit if it gives me the opportunity to get this thing. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, in the meantime, I have spoken to both Marley and George. I haven't spoken to Phil yet. I'm still looking at the new tractors. I haven't completely wiped them out. I'm just saying it's pretty unlikely. To say that I've got this tractor, I know this tractor, there's nothing wrong with this tractor, apart from a little bit of slightly faded paint. Nothing wrong with it at all. So maybe instead of me part exchanging this for another new tractor, I might go down the road of looking for a good second-hand one. So, so basically I've got Marley and George looking. I want something, I'd like something pre-AdBlue, if I can get it. If I'm going to buy a second-hand tractor, I might as well have what I want. Something pre-AdBlue, something a little bit bigger than this, and something with a front-end loader. And suspension would be nice. Okay, so there is a fair range, and I've also said that I'm not desperate. Again, even with the new tractor, I was thinking of by March, because that's the end of our tax year, and there's tax reasons why we do that. So they've got plenty of time to go looking for me. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm going to look for, as well as the new ones, which I'm pretty sure is not going to happen, because I just don't want to. I don't want to spend all my money on a new tractor and make the other thing that I want unaffordable. If that makes sense. I can buy a tractor anytime. This thing, if it happens, I've been waiting 20 years. If I don't do it now, I may never get the chance again. Some of you will have guessed what it is, but I'm not telling you what it is, or where it is, or who it is, or why or how or anything, because I'm just not. Yeah, so we may well be keeping this tractor. I might have to give it a wash, and we may well be looking for a third tractor. Dad's tractor is Dad's tractor. It's his, although I did the refurb and everything on it, it's his tractor, and for at least his lifetime I've got no plans for that to go anywhere. But I do want something that if I did want to do a bit of tillage, bearing in mind that's only going to be a couple of weeks a year, do I really need to buy a brand new tractor for an extra couple of weeks a year? No. If I can get the right tractor at the right price, blah blah blah, I'll do that. I'm just going to use this rather than these and that. Right. I need to put the pallet forks on, shift that, get that off. But before I do that, I think I'll give the cattle out there a bail. I'm not due to start work at Vanishaw's until 2 o'clock, so I've got plenty of time. So what's that going to do about all the tractor reviews I've just done? Kubota are still supposed to be coming out and seeing me, and so are Class. Well, I will come completely clean with both companies, and I'll say, look, I'm probably not going to buy a new tractor, but I'll still take a machine off of you and review it if you want me to. Because when I spoke to Marley, he seemed quite happy for me to try and review other machines, and I know George really wants me to take in a JCB skid steer. So this is possibly not the end of reviews. This is, or looking at machines, partially because I've really enjoyed doing it. It's made good content for the channel. The channel's grown over 1,000 subscribers in the last month, and I'm pretty sure that's got something to do with doing the reviews on the tractors. So the way I look at it, if I'm doing something I enjoy and you enjoy, it increases subscription to the channel, increases potential income to the channel, because at the end of the day that is making a big difference to the farm, either for membership or just the views. So don't forget to click and like and subscribe and all that at the end. If I can produce stuff that you enjoy and I can have some fun doing it, I don't see the reason to stop. So if anybody else has got a machine that they think maybe I'd like to try, knowing that I'm probably not going to buy it, but if they want me to try it, if it's pertinent to what I do, either with the farm or maybe even the tree work, yeah, I might have a look at it for you. So long as you give me carte blanche to be completely honest, that if I don't like it, I'm going to tell them I don't like it. That's the only caveat. So if it ain't true, it ain't worth doing. Oh, I've just trodden in a great big turd. That might actually also be a second benefit from not buying a new tractor from, well, any of the manufacturers actually, because there may be some expectation in part of the deal that I'm exclusive to one mark. Maybe buying a second-hand tractor, it's less interesting to the manufacturers, and it gives me a little bit more space to do other things. That may or may not be a blessing. We'll see. We'll see. I am not dressed for farming work. This is definitely not. These are my, I didn't intend doing this. I didn't notice they wanted a bale until they come down. It's 100 meters. I could have walked back up the house and put my boots on. I couldn't be asked. Well, they're nearly wore out anyway. Mind the turd. Oh, I just did it again. I'll find a bit of grass. Just don't tell Mrs. P, she just doesn't need to know. Hopefully, I don't have to move the trailer, it says. Doing that and anything except a skid steer. Well, it's down. That's okay. Right, it wasn't that long since I greased you, but I might just give you a bit more balls. Yeah, and I'm doing it one-handed. So, oh, okay. If you want to cooperate, that's fine. Get in there. Balls. Right, let's get connected up. Yeah, I think that pallet has just about had it. Safety first, especially when you're watching. There's enough grease right in there. You can actually over grease stuff. Alright, okay, well I'm gonna have to lift him up a bit, but we'll put you guys on first. The back at the end of this does feel quite small compared to the machines I've had on test, but it's still big enough for this one. There you go. Right, lift that up a bit. Right, let's go put some grease on the machine. Right, although it goes against the grain a little bit, and I don't like leaving loaders or machines off the floor with the engine off, I prefer to have it on the floor. It can't fall off the floor, can't, yeah. But it's so much easier to grease this thing when it's up off the deck. It doesn't feel that heavy. Nothing there, and a bit down there. This is for the roller on the back. Plenty in there. And that one. And that one. That's the main ones done. I could try and put some grease in these, but you know what? Since I've had the machine, I've never ever managed to get grease inside these guys. I suppose what I ought to do really one day is take the bolts off and find out, you know, why? Is there no hole in there or something? But literally I've had the grease gun pumped so hard, I either can't get the blinking thing off, I've had to undo the pipe to get it off, or I take it off and it squirts me. So this tends to stay a bit dry. Unless, of course, it's messy. It does make a mess, but you know what? I can put out with a bit of mess, as long as it is only a bit. Okay, we are ready to rock and roll. So I did the fluid levels on the tractor here, that's all okay, water's okay, oil's okay. What we might do when we get back later on I haven't blown the radiators out for a bit. I could do it now, but it's only about 5 acres I got to do. Yeah, that's set right, about right. It's only about 5 acres I got to do. It's not going to make a huge difference between blowing the radiators out now or later on. So yeah, we'll do it later on. Not only that, I reckon the tree team have got the big blower. So the big backpack blower, that's the puppy for doing the radiators. That's the one. I've been at it for about an hour now. It's not the most interesting job in the world, but it's one of those that pays the bills. This is a little job we do every year for a local manufacturer, just to keep the place tidy for them. They like to leave quite a lot for the wildlife, but once we get to end of July, August, it is time to then cut it. Most of the grasses have gone to seed, most of the wildflowers have gone to seed. I don't cut it too short. It's probably about 4 inches in places, although in saying that, it's so it's not very level. But yeah, we leave enough for the wildlife, for the small furry beasties to hide in and nest in, and well, they'll be spending the winter out here or in the hedge. Speaking of small furry beasties, that's what she's like open for. We occasionally bolt a rabbit, occasionally there's a mouse or something. Gives her something to look out for. Well, I've got to say, considering there's no hedge tree anywhere, the oaks seem to be doing really well. This chap is absolutely laden with acorns. So the jays won't go hungry. So I've seen 3 rabbits, and so far she's missed every single one of them, haven't you? Have you seen a rabbit? Have you? No. Have I seen a rabbit? I've seen 3. 3 rabbits. I've seen 3 and you've seen none. Hello? Blind? Hello? Yeah. Yeah. What? You what? Look, you just got to open your blinking eyes, haven't you? Eh? You just got to open your eyes. You'll see them then. They're over there now, rabbits. There's none left in here. They've all gone away. So I say rabbit, her ears prick up like that. Well, where? It's gone. Innit? It's gone. But what she's actually whinging about is 4 o'clock. She usually gets fed about 3:30, so she's trying to tell me something. It's like, I think you should stop work now, Dad, and go home and give me my food. Because that's more important than cutting this grass. Innit? 5 o'clock we stop, right? I told him we'll finish at 5. So you have to wait another hour. Well, alright. It's only an hour. Come on then. See rabbits from there, okay? Where's the rabbits? Hey, where is he? Hey, where's the rabbits? Where are the rabbits? Hey? 3 rabbits I've seen, and none for her. You ain't looking in the right place, are you? What? Look, it's another hour before I finish. Alright, and that you've got to wait. You wanted to come with me, you insisted on coming, so you just have to wait, won't you? Yes, you have to wait. Ribena. What? What? Did you stamp your feet at me? Which one? You insisted on coming with me, didn't you? You said you wanted to come. I said we weren't finishing until 5 o'clock. So you'll have to wait for your food. No good coming cussing and whinging about it. It's only 50 minutes. Oh. You found some nourishment in there, have you? Passenger, was it? Was it? Quite nice in here. I used to come fishing down here when I was a kid. Because this land used to be farmed by my grandfather. So, in fact, yeah, this piece here, I think he rented. The next piece over is where our land that he owned began. But yeah, this is the Little Avon River. I spent many hours down here as a little boy trying to catch a trout. It's usually a rudd or something less edible, but yeah, good days, happy memories. Won't be long, I want me to do this bit. It's getting quite overgrown in here now. We cut paths into the riverbank so the riverbank can actually be inspected for fallen trees and blocked water courses and stuff like that. So yeah, it's just the odd path going in there. So then got to get stung. That was a hard bit. This is one thing with having an older tractor perhaps, is the fact that you don't mind it quite so much. Getting quite so intimate with trees and hedges. Just don't put it in the river, Ian. Don't do that.